What up, y'all? What it do? I'm Miss Indigo Blue. Thanks for stopping through to my reading. Today we are going to do the What Bridge We Are Crossing reading for next week, which is June 11th through the 17th. So I've already meditated on the energy. We've got all of our cards already shuffled and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and welcome in energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Let us create a life of beauty, reverence, and wonder. With each season, let us rejoice. Through every phase of sun and moon, let us be in harmony. In every direction shall we offer our love. Great Spirit, Mother Creator, bless the earth through my life. Source of all nourishment, we seek to replenish your sacred world. Guide us now through these images, words, and feelings within as we reach into the wholeness. Let all that is needed be known. All right, so I kept trying to meditate, like, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Because there just kept simply being one single message that just kept coming over and over and over again. It came in the form of song, and that song was "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey. But as I was hearing that song, I kept hearing the wrong words. It was like, we belong together, and then when you left, you lost a part of me. And I kept saying, that's not how that song goes. And they were like, oh, but that's the message though. When you left, you lost a part of me. So that's the position that you might be in this week. When that person decided not to join forces with you, whether it be in a relationship, they didn't want to be your friend, they didn't want to work with you on a particular project, whatever it was that they chose not to work with you on, they realizing how valuable you would have been, how valuable you are, and now they feeling like they're eating crow. So you might even have someone coming back to you in that energy saying, you know, when I left, I made a mistake, and you know, it's eating a hole in my soul, right? Because we got through that walk last week. That's the week that we're on basically right now, is filling that hole in our soul with something else. So the other thing about filling that hole in your soul with something else, that one thing that might have had that position before you decide to put something else in it, might realize that it's lost its position. And so it is trying to come back, and it's trying to reopen your heart to letting it back in, trying to find its place with you again. And so you're going to have to be very strong, and you're going to have decided ahead of the time, what are the reasons why I would turn around and say, and what are the reasons why I would just absolutely say, nah, there's something else and something different, something possibly better, hopefully better for me out there, and I'll just take my chance with that. So it's very possible that it's going to be an opportunity for you to have something like that coming through this week. So we're going to pull the Earth Magic cards. I'm going to take that was two of them. Let them come back. The next one wanted to come out. I knew something was plugging that way right there. I'm going to take 3 of these cards just to get an overall energy for the reading before we look into the bridge that we are crossing. Just a reminder, personal readings are available if you are on Facebook. The link is here at the bottom. I have added the website, the readings to the website where my books are sold. So that website is called manifestthatdream.com. So you can go there. You can still go to readings.ibflawless.com and book your reading. And so go ahead and check out that calendar, and let's talk one-on-one. All right, so underneath the bottom of the deck, we got volcano, vitality. Both of them start with a V. I can't even get them out. Volcano, vitality. So like a new awakening. If you did your full moon ritual, if you got across that bridge and you said, a couple weeks ago, or last week actually, that you were going to define what your purpose is, and then in this week you put yourself out there to make connections with your purpose. I would love to see what type of connections and hear about what type of connections you were able to make. Things are getting ready to take off and explode for you. So I want you to be very, very, very prepared for that. The 3 cards that came out are the Green Man, which is the synergy card, Music and Harmony, Dance and Celebration. So you might have saw a funny look on my face when I got Green Man and Synergy. My daughter was excited to watch Avatar 2 last night, and it got to a point where I said, you know, this really isn't good for mommy to watch. We probably need to turn this off and watch something else. I know that it's in the victory, it's in the end that this story becomes so beautiful, because I know that these people are going to have an opportunity to overcome what's come up against them. But again, it's triggering for me to have watched the people in the ship infiltrate, looking for one person. You're looking for one person. You going to all these different communities, all these different tribes, bothering all these people. And then when they tell you they don't know nothing about this person don't even look like us. Person is from a tribe that belongs somewhere else. And okay, so somebody else who's with you is like, look, this is what you're doing is wrong. Stop doing this to these people. They don't know anything. But before you leave, you're about to set their stuff on fire. The people that we see in Avatar are in unison with the earth. They're in unison with the plants. They are in unison with the creatures that are in their environment. They are in unison with the element. So just like those people, they were in the water part of that world. That part of that world, those were creatures who were water-based creatures. They had different tail structure. They had stronger upper body strength versus the people in the woods who had lower body strength. And so it was just sad for me to see they had a part of their community that had went away from them. And as that part of their community came back home, also coming to them was this demonic entity that was coming to destruct. And so you're going to have to be careful who you're making space for and who you are protecting, who you are changing your life strategies for, because it may not be in harmony with the tune that you are trying to play. It may not be the dance that you are trying to dance. So inevitably we want to get to that dance, to where that two-step is that two-step that we like. We are able to have everything in balance, and at the end of the day, we are able to celebrate. We are able to celebrate at the end of the week. We're able to celebrate at the end of the month. Every day should feel good. We should be able to sit down at the end of each day and look back and say, wow, what an accomplishment I made, even if it's just that one thing you did, you know? And so if things are not in balance, things are not in synergy, if things are not in sync, if everything around you is haywire, then you're not going to be able to get that two-step perfected, right? You're not going to be able to celebrate the way that you want to celebrate, because there's going to be something nagging in the back of your mind, in the back of your head, that is telling you that you did something that was wrong, that's not how that was supposed to go, or something of that nature, right? So I want to go ahead and see if I can get to the front of this Facebook and see what there we go. Comments are being left on the post, because there was comments last time and I wasn't able to interact with them. So what we are looking for is balance, whether it's again, that balance between yourself and the community. And we saw that the last two readings, both times the card that came out was that temperance reading. So still working on creating balance. But this is more harmony, right? Like this is saying harmony, and then also being able to celebrate. You have gotten to the place where just maybe there is one last little thing that you need to get in sync with that is in your environment, and that will provide that tune that you will then be able to dance to. So we are going to go ahead and see what the bridge crossing reading brings us. Again, this first card is the current energy. Again, this is for June 11th through the 17th. And we have the totem of stones, the snake, the crawlers. The totem of stones. And the thing about this is I'm looking in here and I don't really see any snakes and I don't see any crawlers. So it's almost like the snakes and the crawlers are hidden. Those things are hidden. Stones is going to be your pinnacles, and so you may be currently gathering all your stones. So you're gathering maybe your material belongings, again, weighing them out. Is this an asset? Is this a liability? Is this something I need? Is this something that I can get rid of? What is best serving me right here in this present time? Also, I just saw digging, and we had seeds come up a lot of times in these last couple of readings. So you might now also be thinking about going out and nurturing the seeds that you have planted. What is it that you are looking forward to occurring in your life, in the immediate future, in the long-term future, in the short-term future? What types of seeds have you planted? I feel like at this point in time, you are really nourishing those seeds. We see that this could be like a garden, right? And although there's lots of rocks in this garden, we see here that there's like this sprout. And so this could also be indicating, like, underneath the surface, all the work that was required to get this little sprout to come out, but you got to the sprout, right? You have to be thankful that you got to the sprout. You see it budding. Like, for instance, for me, I got an email from the cable company. I got an email from PayPal. We charged you too much for this. You got a credit of this. You got a credit. Just yesterday, I kept getting all of these messages. Keep giving me the credits. Keep giving me the credits. Even though it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm won the lottery. I'm getting those small wins. So at this point in time, and that was sort of the message at the end too of last week, was to start celebrating those small wins, because when you start celebrating the small wins, it makes space for those bigger wins to come in. So make sure that you're in a place where you are celebrating those small wins. And the bridge that we are going to cross, energy for July. Ooh, I'm trying to make my birthday come. June 11th through the 17th. And now we have the 3 of pipes, so more pipes. Oh, no, 3 pipes. This is going to be your wands in this deck. And so, ironically to me, in this deck, this person is actually only holding 1 wand, although it's the 3 of wands. So it's still indicating that one last thing to come in. It could very be that you're just waiting for something to sprout, that something of that nature. You know there's something about to happen, and you're just standing there on the verge of it happening. So we might do a little bit more clarification, but I'm going to go to the next card and see if it helps us define exactly what it is we're waiting for. The next card is going to be what you experience when you cross this bridge. And we have the 5 of bowls. When you left, you lost a part of me. Okay? I was holding out this bowl for you, and you turned and you went in the other direction. So for some of you, you've asked or thought that you were going to be partnering with somebody on something, and you're waiting for them to make a decision, and they might be denying your request. You could be the person who is denying their request. Some of you are waiting to close just a chapter on something, and you need to know what the other party who is involved is saying or thinking at this point in time. Whether it's out of just respect, I'm still going to move on, but if this person or this job or this opportunity needs me to still do this, then I can still do this for a matter of time. But I'm really looking for them to either replace me or join me. So whether or not, it'll go either way. It really depends on your situation. So if you got a new job, but the place that you presently work for is maybe a community outreach center, and they don't have the next person yet to do your job, and they've asked you, can you just please stay on with us just a little bit more, because maybe it's an entrepreneurial thing or something, and that's something that you've talked to them about, something that they are backing up, but they aren't able to get that position that you are currently filled yet, and they desperately need someone who knows how to do what it is that you're doing. And maybe you've offered some time, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you said, I would like to file for divorce, I want to split up, I don't want to do this anymore. And so you still made space for this person. Oh, I don't hate you, I don't want to see you homeless out in the street, but I want you to move on. And maybe you gave them, a time frame where they could stay for a while, and the time is coming up, and you're waiting for them to say, okay, I found a place, I'm going to be moving here, I'm going to be doing this. Or you gave them an ultimatum for them to stay, like, in order for you to stay, I need you to do this, and that. And you're waiting for them to tell you that they've done whatever it is that needed to be done. But at the end of the day, I see in this card that you are having to walk away from something or someone, and you are just needing that last bit of information to come from them or that source to let you know which way you're going to move. I definitely have one of those situations in my life right now, to where I'm just waiting for this last little thing to be done so that I can give someone else the go ahead to end an old chapter in my life. And so, hey, it seems like that energy might be prevalent. All right, so now we are looking at the purification needed to cross the bridge. What is it that you need to possibly stop doing, or you're not doing enough of? We have the Six of Bowls. The one thing that I am mostly paying attention to here is that this person is taking time with themselves. They are there, and while this person might be on their heart or on their mind, they have an offer of love down here with a lei. That's like an offer of love, an offer of when somebody puts their lei on you, right? What that stands for. And then this person is in their feelings. So they're surrounded by water. They got the dolphins. So this is some deep water. And then the sunshine to me is kind of sitting far back. And to me, this would be a sunset. So that sun is coming down. This person's head is kind of hung. So this indicates to me to not be so caught up in how they are feeling. Like, this person is on their chest, in their heart. Like, you so worried about, how is this person going to make it if I leave? How are they going to go on? How are they going to respond? How are they going to do this? And it's overwhelming you, and it's got you diving deep into the waters. The other thing is, just like in that movie, they went from their own community and asked another community, can they make space for them? Knowing that they were being chased by someone who wanted to take them out. And if they were to be found, then that new community was going to be infiltrated. This could also be a worry about not wanting to cut something off that is actually poisonous to your future. You're wanting to carry something or someone forward with you, and they just do not fit in the picture of what you have drawn for yourself in the future. Sometimes it's very hard to admit that. We want people to go, we want old things to go. Even when I moved to this house, I so couldn't get myself settled until my stuff was here. And then when it got here, half of it was busted up and broken and stuff that I should have thrown away from the beginning. So are you holding on and giving things precedent in your life, making them feel valuable when they really are not? If you're doing that, again, it's time to analyze, is this person, place, or thing really valuable to me where I'm going? Even if they feel valuable to me right now, can I still at least leave it where it's at? There's one YouTuber that I watch, and she just went from one house to another, and she made a very profound inference in her last video. She said, normally I move, I take everything with me, and as I'm unboxing, then I'll start throwing stuff away. I'm not doing that this time. I'm throwing the stuff away. She was like, somebody from OfferUp came and got this, somebody from OfferUp came and got that, just get rid of it. Then she said, and I have this couch, but it's torn, right? And she was like, I feel like if somebody had nothing, they could actually use this, but I don't want to be the person giving them something that I know is torn. And so then it's like that weighs on your chest. Should I? Should not? Some of these things you just have to allow them to be worked out. If it's supposed to go to somebody, the message will come to you, and that message would be, so-and-so was wondering, did you have any other? Well, I sold all my other. I do still have this. It's got a tear in it, but if they really want it, they can just have it. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're going to come get that. You know what I'm saying? The pieces will come together. So don't put so much weight on, how things are going to pan out and how things are going to work out. And if you did right or you did wrong, like, just do what intuition is leading you to do in the moment. Do it and move on. If something else was supposed to happen, then hey, it's that energy would have come to you, and it would have been apparent to you. It would have you would have been moved to do that. So if it's something that's conflicting, then don't allow it to keep harboring a space in your mind or on your heart. Do what you think you're supposed to do in the moment and go on to the next. And then we have the creative focus that's needed or taking place as you cross this bridge. So what are we manifesting as we are crossing this bridge? This card came out again, y'all. This is not playing. The Seed card. This is the Fool card. Are you taking leaps and chances and spreading your wings and putting yourself out there? Are you planting seeds? Are you manifesting everything that you really want in the future? Or are you really sitting up here saying, well, I'm good with what I got, or this is okay for now, and da-da-da-da-da? Are you dreaming of anything? Do you have any wants and desires? Because if you don't, that purpose that you created, that fire that you need to be lit in it, is not going to be lit. It might have a dull little ache. It might even have a little smoke, just a little smoke, like a barbecue pit coming out, but ain't nothing cooking. You know what I'm saying? You want to have something in there that is really being productive. Again, really allowing all of these seeds to sprout. And then when they sprout, how thankful are you being? So this is the creative force in this. So this also might be saying, think of new ways to grow. Say, for instance, you're someone who normally has a garden and you plant your seeds outside straight into the ground. Maybe you want to this time start seedlings inside. Maybe you want to try hydroponics. Maybe you want to grow something different than what you've grown before. Because those of you who do garden, you know that if you plant cucumbers here this year and you plant cucumbers here next year, the year after that, cucumbers have got to be planted somewhere else, because this soil the cucumbers that have taken all the nutrients that produce cucumbers out. So we probably need to put something else here, you know? And so maybe it's just moving things around and creating a plan that puts things in order to properly maintain your garden, properly seed. You need to know when to plant, you need to know when to water, you need to know when the sun is coming up, when the sun is going down, you need to know when to go out and pull the weeds, you need to know all of these things about your plants. How deep do you plant it? How much water, how much sun does it actually need? Like, all of the factors are really going to start playing. So you need to get creative in how you implement the factors, or how you go about learning what the actual factors are that you may not know are factors yet. So get ready to go out and be able to find out exactly what it is that you are needed to get your seeds to become seedlings, get your just get growth started. You know, where we planted the seeds, we've done all this, we sat back and we gave it time. Okay, now what's the next step? What do we need to do next to actually see the sprouts? All right, and so 6 is that which must be scrutinized for its benefit or its interference. So if this card is something that is working for you, you will know. If this card is something that is working against you, you will know. Oh, we got 2 cards here. The 2 of Pipes. Again, pipes are wands. We see that this one is being used as like a recorder. And then she has the dove, which is spirit, above her head. It's a number 2 card. So this is, again, that next action, right? So you planted the seeds, and now the next steps, right, that need to be taken for you to get that sprout to sprout. And then the exemplar of stones. So this is I just wanted to look at it a little bit deeper there. I'm seeing the corn in her hand. She's got fruits of her labor. She's in the cornucopia. Okay, so this is great wealth. So whether the seed that you planted is for your wealth or your health, for your business, for your personal life, it's going to grow to something huge. Also, this doesn't look like a young lady in this card. This looks like an older woman to me. So in that, I am feeling like that means longevity. This is something that's going to serve you for a very long time, should you decide to go ahead and properly nurture and nourish it. So the flip side of this could be that you might be doing this for the wrong reasons. This could be a person who's performing for this person. And if you're the person who's performing for this person, then you may not be putting you first. You might be saying, hey, I'm doing this for my grandma. I'm doing this for, you know, some ancestor, which is beautiful, but it's not really something that you love to do. It's not really something that you're excited about. And that's not going to keep you to where you're able to continue the fire for a long time. It might be able to get you started. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, because we would like to think that the things that make our parents and our grandparents proud are things that are going to just keep us chugging on and chugging on and chugging on and chugging on. But they're not. You know, that's their life. That's their dream. That's their wish. And so you could also be the parent in this, right, and have a child that is doing some type of performance, and you're having to support them in what it is that they are doing, but you can't be having this child do this or that because it was your dream, right? Because then you're not allowing them to be led and them to sing their own song. They're just singing your song, and your song might have been supposed to have been played in 1997. It's not going to matter in today's world, right? So make sure that the people who are doing the acts are doing things that are meaningful to them, and not meaningful to them because of a reason outside of them. So whether it's you, your children, your spouse, just the work that you're creating, make sure that it's something that you connect to directly and that you don't connect to it through someone else, so that it can have this longevity, so that it can have this fruitfulness. So we know that normally a cornucopia is filled with fruit, right? And different fruits, and just until it's overflowing. And so your opportunity has the ability to do that, to be very bountiful and very resourceful for you. And then we have that which you must act on with devotion. This is what you need to focus on to allow yourself to get across this bridge. A ritual you could create or discipline yourself to do to help things move along faster. Ooh, it went flying. It looks almost just like this last card. Something's telling me to look underneath the bottom of the deck. Here we have the 7 of arrows, and we have a group of people communing together. So you might need some group work, group therapy. And then the actual card that came out is the Ace of Pipes. So this is a card that I'm saying looks, you know, pretty much like the 2, but going from the 2 to the Ace, right? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? You are going to be able to go all the way to the end. And so that's what you have to focus on. You could say right now I'm at the 2, but the end goal is what I'm focused on. The problem with that, in my books that I sell on manifestthatdream.com, so far I've done the credit score budget planning system, and I talk about the manifestation, the vision, and the fruition. A lot of times people think that the fruition is the vision, but it's not. The most important thing to know is that in order for me to get to my end goal, I have to have a path that I have outlined and that I have created, and I have to follow that path. And if I want to get to that end goal, so I can keep my eyes on the prize, which is that end goal. But during that whole time, I have to make sure that I am following the steps to get me there. Now, the one thing with this being the Ace of Pipes and Pipes being wand is that's a fire energy, and that's that burst of energy. So we did see where we were going to be able to be in harmony and celebrate. So to me, that's getting to that celebration, getting to that point where you can just explode and you can feel free and you can feel energized, and you can know that everything that you did, that it wasn't in vain, that this actually came to exactly what you thought it would come to. And if you build that road for success, it's not going to lead you anywhere else. Like they say, if you shoot from the stars or shoot for the moon, you're going to at least land amongst the stars, right? So you're at least going to be that much further ahead than where you started, and you have to be thankful for that no matter what. So we are now going to go ahead and take a look at 2 of the cards that came out during other energies that are reflective of what we're going through right now. So like we just had this full moon energy, and even though that full moon is culminating, the full moon is leading into the new moon. So there's things that you really want to start on the full moon that you don't want to necessarily stop until you get to the new moon. So we had the Confidence is your key to success card, and we're going to pull a Moonology card for this reading, but we want to keep remembering that confidence is your key to success. So your key to letting go of what was old and stepping into what's new. Confidence is your key to that. So what other information can we pull? I can't get these to do right. From this Moonology deck that we can incorporate into our week this week to help get us across this bridge. I mean, it's a newer deck, but the way it feels right now, like this feels like I've never touched it before. Like the cards don't want to even slide. What is that meaning? This is like a stuck energy. This is definitely a stuck energy to the point where it's like you're gonna have to split it and break it up yourself. Expect powerful change. Look at that moon. Going into the new moon. So we are seeing here that the old energy is just being almost pushed out. The last little bits of it is peeking out around this new moon. So from now until this new moon, expect powerful change. I believe the new moon is going to come in on the 16th of this month. So to be just starting to do this at the end of this week, it'll actually be sort of just starting to peek itself through. The other thing that I'm seeing here is this looks like it could be, you know, someone, what is it, the retina of the eye. And so you're going to be able to see things differently. If you just look at this, you're going to be able to see how powerful something is from a new aspect. You're going to be able to see things in a different light. And how beautiful. This is synergy again coming out. This is also showing us that the way that the moon changes phases is also the way that our eye was created to see, you know. So this is again us being one with the universe and being one with the earth. The other card that is still out here that came out from that reading was the affirmation that could be quoted from moon to moon. And I take actions daily to awaken my personal power. That's something that we don't want to stop saying. We want to keep reminding ourselves of that daily. I take actions daily to awaken myself to my personal power. And also, what actions are you taking? Did you create a ritual? Did you start just doing one new thing every day that's going to lead you to a path that makes you happier, that brings you more money, or whatever it is that you're looking for? Did you decide what that one thing is and then implement it into your life? That is something that would be very valuable to you. All right, so we're going to get our Wild Kuan Yin card for this week's reading. Just gonna move a couple of these to the side. So I just keep them sitting up here during the week because as I do the healing process and the guidance reading, these energies are gonna pop back up again. And so I just like to have them here. Also that affirmation sitting there. Expect powerful change. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let it do what it do for you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get our Wild Kuan Yin card. Today we will read the overall message from this card, and then we'll read the reading portion. See what came out underneath the deck. The Princess of Red Poppies. And then the card that actually came out is Wild Red Rider, Blessing Bestowed, the number 44 card. So where fours are your stability, this is like standing on 2 feet to me, the number 44, right? You're able to stand on your own 2 feet, and how great does it feel when you are able to stand on your own 2 feet? Like I did that. I didn't need nothing outside of me. Like you can pat yourself on the back, right? It's also a 44, which is an 8. So 8 to me is infinity and the ongoing and the moving forward. And so this is you starting something on your own 2 feet that is going to, again, resonate into your full forward lifetime. This is a huge turning point time for a lot of people, in that the earth energies are changing. Just everything is just moving in a different place, in a different pace, in a different rhythm than what it used to move into before. And if you can sink yourself into those changing new energies, then you're just going to catapult yourself forward. So you're going to read the number 44 card again, the overall meaning, and then what it means when we pull this card in a reading. And then tomorrow we will take a look at what it means in a guidance reading. I bring harmony, serenity, goodness, and order to your life. I see from a higher perspective that which can be altered so that the patterns of your life can heal, and you can step forward on your path with clear purpose. I bring you the embodiment of my mantra, opening your heart and granting your prayer immediate answer. Immediate answer. So that who wants that? I do. Say I do in the comments down below if you want that immediate answer. The mantra that you can hum for this week is Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. And we are going to see what this card then offers to us in this reading. You are an old soul, it says. You're an old soul. You've been here. You did this time and time and time again. And wow, what accomplishments have you made this time? You can fly from above, like that song Candy said, I fly above all the haters. I fly above, okay? You fly above. You see from an angle that is different. And even spirits that are walking with you, I mean, they got you up there and you can see. I am the type of person, I can actually sit here, I can take myself through the roof of this house, up to the clouds, and look down and see my whole city, my whole town, and see, just what's surrounding me and what auras around my house and what auras around my body. And then, what on my way back down does it feel like I'm stepping back into? Do I feel refreshed when I step back into my body? Do I feel scared? Do I feel nervous? What do I feel? And so whatever I saw up there is probably going to be a reflection of how I feel when I step back in there. So when you can see from above, you can make changes that you wouldn't be able to change something that would be right here in front of you. So you are big and bold enough to learn how to trust more, to allow your destiny to be fulfilled. Ask for help when you need it, and then let go of your concerns. The divine knows what is needed, and it will respond to all of your prayers rapidly and with great wisdom, compassion, and unconditional love. Wild Red Rider. Blessing bestowed appears when grace is going to sweep in and change things according to the highest and greatest good for you and all concerned. The divine is handling life the most when it seems utterly out of control to the human perspective. If you have been praying for assistance, this oracle is a most powerful statement of assistance granted. Then this oracle is a most powerful statement of assistance granted. Everything that you need, that one thing that you were waiting on, granted. Your beloved Kuan Yin is rapidly bringing you blessing, allowing her complete and unfettered access to your world. This is not a time to play it safe with known choices. Go big or go home. Look for alternatives. Embrace the new, unpredictable, or unfamiliar. It does not always have to be difficult and uncomfortable. It does not always have to be difficult and uncomfortable. Who told you that it was necessary to get it out the mud? Who told you that you had to be feeling hurt and pain because somebody decided to go another direction? They didn't want to partner with you. They don't want to hire you from their job. Who told you that you have to be sad about that? How come you can't get happy and rejoice about that? Okay, something bigger and better is coming in. Something bigger and better is coming in. So let me get ready to big myself up so that I can get in alignment with it. This is not a time to play it safe. With known choices, look for alternatives. Embrace the new, unpredictable, and unfamiliar. It doesn't always have to be difficult and uncomfortable. Sometimes it can just feel more interesting, intriguing, and fresh to allow yourself to choose something different. If there is a part of you that feels hemmed in by your lifestyle, by your work, by some indescribable, invisible, yet palpable sense of inner restraint, then you yearn to get wild. Bucket buck wild. Howl at the moon. Woo! I can't howl. Woo! Howl like a wolf. Howl like a wolf. Get wolf out like old girl in Wednesday and howl at the moon. Okay. Drum on the beach or dance by the fire. So you waiting to dance. Some of y'all gonna do the funky chicken. Some of y'all gonna do the dab. Some of y'all gonna get out here and Gumby. Some of y'all gonna do some new two-step. But it's gonna be a two-step that feels so good to do the two-step because you know that you lined this up. You manifested this. You planted these seeds. You put these ducks in a row. You made all of this happen. Dance by the fire. By the fire too, powwow it. Then you are encouraged to explore this wild self. Oh. So it's not just saying get to the party and enjoy the party, and go home and go back to being your old self. It's saying once you start dancing, don't stop dancing. Don't take them dancing shoes off. Keep them dancing shoes on because you got to stay ready. Because if you're busy getting ready, you're going to miss this whole celebration. You're going to miss the whole opportunity to dance. You're going to look up and, did nobody tell you to get your tail off the roller coaster? Okay? Just because it stopped didn't mean that it was at your stop. Just because it quit moving didn't mean that you were supposed to get off. Stay on and enjoy the ride, okay? It's moving and it's grooving and it's taking you with it so long as you commit yourself to it. All right, so that is the bridge that we are crossing this week. How do we get to the party? How do we get to where the party is started? You know what I'm saying? Like I see this little seed and I hear doom, 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 doom. Which reminds me, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but I swear, that little beat in Jumanji? I was like, why I feel like I hear that little doom, 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 doom. That's in the Jumanji game. Like, literally, the beat is here. Doom, 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 doom. It's waiting for you to jump in and do what you got to do so that you can dance. Are you waiting on it too? Because this is your opportunity. I thank you so much. If you made it all the way through this reading, please give me a thumbs up. If it helps you in any way, shape, or form, just send me that like and comment and let me know so. I am Miss Indigo Blue. I'm going to leave you with my mantra before I get out of here, which is when it gets hectic, don't forget, I've got it, you've got it, we've got it, the power. And you can do anything and everything you set your mind to with your power. May it be for your greatest good or your greatest other. I'm Miss Indigo Blue. Thank you again for tuning in. I will see you here again next time. Ciao.